There's a book called Get Yourself to Do Things by Chris DeLeon. I just recently listened to the audio version of that book, and the biggest takeaway that I got from that is to write down the thing that you're going to do in the most immediate future and then do that thing. The other thing that I got from that book was to write down that thing in past tense. So what I've been doing lately has been writing down everything that I'm going to do right before I do that thing. It's been working out pretty well. It's kind of it's a really weird thing to do. I'm not going to lie. It's a very odd thing to do where you're going to I'm going to go do some laundry, or I did a load of laundry, right? And then you go do the load of laundry and then you cross out that thing that you just did. But there's some psychological thing that occurs by saying that or writing down that you just did something in past tense. If you wrote down in your list or this thing that you're going to do, I am going to do a load of laundry, that's in the future. I am going. You haven't done it yet. And so from this book, it talks about how you should write every action as if you've done it already. The reason for that is psychologically, you don't like to, on a subconscious level, you don't like to lie to yourself. It doesn't feel good. So when you write out an action that you're going to do, or write out an action as if you've already done it, and you don't do that thing, on a mental subconscious level, you feel a sense of guilt. You feel like you've let yourself down. And there is some truth to that. It's a really weird thing. All I know is I got a giant ruled notebook full of all the things I've done for the past week. I got 6 pages of just, I did this, I did that, I'm going to do this, I just did this, or just a bunch of past tense to-dos. And it's really interesting to see all that compound. In the book, though, Chris DeLeon actually states that you should use a dry erase board and write down your next action, your next thing that you're going to do. So that's what I've been doing. I've been writing down things and then doing them. It's a game changer. Oddly enough, I can't explain it other than that. I remember when I would write down what I would normally do. This is how I would normally function. Is I would wake up in the morning, or the day before, either the day before or the morning of. I would sit down and write down a to-do list of things to do, and I noticed that I would get halfway done, or I would get halfway done, or a quarter done. If I got 75% done, that was a very productive day. It was amazing. To do 75% of the stuff that you set out to do in the day, and you got that done, that was an amazing day. But I was noticing that I would, for the most part, get about 25-50% of it done. And then at the end of the day, I would have half this to-do list just staring at my face, staring at me, just kind of taunting me, laughing in my face, saying, "Look what you did accomplish. You didn't finish me. You didn't finish the whole to-do list." And it just stare at me, taunt me, and I'd feel really ashamed. Not necessarily ashamed, but like frustrated. I guess ashamed would be a good word for it. But I was not happy at the fact that I made this giant list and not finished it. And so what I would do the next day is I would roll over those things that I didn't finish the day before onto the next to-do list. And I might get one of those items done. I might get 2 of them, but maybe I had like 5 more, right? Or I maybe had, out of those 5 items, I did 2 to 3 of them, right? And so I had I would have 2 things left or 3 things left from the day before, and I'd keep rolling them over. And then sometimes I would get even less done. And so I would have 5, 6, 7, 8 items that I needed to get done that I just keep tacking on to the next day. And it was very disheartening. It was very upsetting to constantly have to roll that next thing, roll it over to the next day and the next day. And I'm finding that just writing down one thing, and doing that one thing, getting it done, and then moving on to the next task is the most successful way, or the most efficient way for me currently. It's the most efficient way currently for me to get things done. So if you are looking to find something to read or an audiobook to listen to, check out Get Yourself to Do Things by Chris DeLeon, and check out his book. It's really good. This is not an endorsement, obviously. It's just something I've kind of stumbled upon, and it's something I'm working on. And I might reflect upon it later on and see if it's has merit. Right now it's working, but maybe that might start crumbling 2 months from now. It could very well just start crumbling 2 months from now. Don't know yet. But as of right now, writing down a task as if I've already done it, and then doing that task has been working wonders for me. So something for you guys to ponder and think about if you're into that type of thing. Anyways, I got to get going. Thanks so much for listening. You all have a wonderful day. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.